With great love and respect in my heart, I welcome you to this beautiful Sunday morning from Upasana. Before we begin, let's take a moment to arrive. So wherever you are, be comfortable. Slightly pull your spine straight, open your shoulders, close your eyes. Lighten your mind. Invite that peace, calming, cooling sensation in your eyes. Relax your facial muscles, neck, shoulders, spine. Soften the belly and get grounded. Imagine the breath rising from the navel towards your heart as you breathe in. Beautiful flower unfolding in your heart. Lotus of the heart opening and closing as you breathe out. Just hold this image of opening the lotus in the heart and closing with each breath. Holding the image of open heart lotus, detach it from the breath. Keep your mind totally focused on the open lotus of the heart. There is lightness in your heart. There is sweetness. For a moment, suspend your breath wherever it is. Try to connect with your heartbeat. If you can't feel it, imagine it. Before you begin to stress out, release the breath. Then again, pause it. Connect with the heartbeat. The ripples of that heartbeat spreading all over your body and beyond. This pulsation that you feel is connected with a greater pulsation the evolution, the creation. And slowly open your eyes. Thank you for taking this time. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shantirupeda Sanstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. The divinity residing in each heart in the form of peace. I bow to you, I bow to you, I bow to you. The divine that is known by so many names, so many forms. People in all great traditions have tried to point us in that direction. Volumes of books have been written. People have spent their life looking for it. It's not out there. It's within us, closer than we can imagine, right in our heart. Shanti, peace. We all are looking for that Shanti, that peace. We think we'll obtain that Shanti, that peace, only if everything is right, only if everything is just the way I want. If all those things are perfect, then I feel peace. Then I connect with the peace. If only person who is in front of me agrees with me, does exactly what I want him to do, then I'm in peace. This searching for the peace is conditional. The truth is, there should be no condition to connect with that peace. Nobody should take away my connection with the divine that resides in my heart in the form of peace. Each one of us has this personal responsibility towards our connection with the divine. The day we truly grasp this, lots of confusion gets cleared out. The world will not be the way we expect it to be. There are so many people, everybody has their own idea. And everybody wants the world their way, which is not possible. Their diversity is there, so diverse peace also. So how do we find our peace in this world that's so diverse. It's possible only if whatever is happening outside is happening, but I don't lose my peace. There is an old saying that you are in front of a field that's covered with thorns and broken pieces of glass and nails. And how do you have to go across it? Instead of trying to sweep the whole thing, put on a pair of shoes and walk through it. And once you have those pairs of shoes in your feet, then you are able to even sweep all that. But first you have to protect your own feet so they don't get hurt. First, we maintain our peace, do whatever needs to be done to strengthen my connection with my personal peace. Then I go out in the world and try to work on spreading the peace. Nothing is worth losing your peace. This peace is the one thing that we can feel in our heart. There are so many names and forms for gods and goddesses and this and that. We haven't seen any one of them. We have pictures in Indian mythology, iconography. There are so many gods and goddesses. Pictures are there. This is Brahma, this is Vishnu, this is Shiva, this is Ram, this is Krishna, this is Durga, this is this, and this is that. And everybody has a face, and we go out worshiping that. This is Jesus, this is Buddha. But behind that is just that connection that's beyond any form. So the verse that I chanted in the beginning, Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shanti Rupeda Sanstita, the Divine Mother that resides in each heart in the form of peace. To you I bow, to you I bow, to you I bow. The one that we are searching for in these forms and figures and names, scriptures, resides right in our heart in the form of Shanti, peace. How do we maintain our peace? If there is a little conflict in our life, we lose our peace. Conflict. And if we look at the nature of the conflict, it is, I want things to be a certain way. And there is someone out there who doesn't agree with me, or they have their own, there is a conflict. Then all our energy begins to flow towards that conflict. There is the grit for the mill. Can we make that moment of conflict a moment of spiritual practice? Can I rise above in the name of protecting my peace and avoid the conflict without feeling a victim, without feeling the one taken advantage of. I'm rising above to maintain my proximity with the divine essence residing within me. I know why I am doing it. Yes, there will be those who may take advantage of it. They will take advantage once, twice, 3 times. We give them the benefit of doubt. But as long as I know why I am doing it, that's a very cheap price to pay. That's a cheap price to pay to maintain my divinity. You can call it, that is my sacrifice. In olden days, people would sacrifice to gods and goddesses to please them. You don't have to sacrifice animals and lamb and sheep. Sacrifice that feeling of entitlement. Sacrifice that feeling of, I am right. This is my right. Can I sacrifice that in the name of the divine residing in my heart in the form of peace? You have seen Mahatma Gandhi. Many people have heard that name and have read the biography of Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi. Turn the other cheek if you're slapped. It takes courage. It takes commitment. It takes devotion. It is the devotion that gives us that strength to go through this. Most of the time we get into conflict because of our sense of right and wrong and our attachment to that sense of being right and wrong. But the biggest, the highest right, highest truth is our connection with God, with the divine. The day we are truly devoted to that, we do not get caught in the little conflicts. Each one of us who is living in this world has some conflicts, has some disagreements, has some charge. Looking at that and making it our spiritual practice. This is what I'm talking about today. We cannot reason it. We cannot go to a therapist and who will try to sort things out for you. You can do it. If you just truly ask yourself, what are you devoted to? Are you devoted enough to the divine essence in you, that in the name of your devotion, you can let go of your sense of entitlement? In this world, everybody has their story. Everybody has their struggle, burden. Most of the time we get in conflict only when I'm thinking about myself. in our family, our family member comes in and we get into the conflict. They have come to me because I'm their family. They come to me. And if I begin to blame them, point fingers at them, and they're already dealing with their burden and their pressure and their struggle. And when the finger is pointed at them, they react. Before we start that engagement, can we honor that this is my family member, this is my blood relation. This person has come to me hoping that I will have largeness of the heart. I will have patience enough to listen them, hear them out. Maybe give some solace. They have come to me for a little love and a little trust. Can I give that to them? It may take a little dampening your own enthusiasm to support what you think is right. If we are blessed enough to put our own expectation, put a little damper on that, and listen them, hear them out, give them a little chance to express. They may not be thinking the way you think they should be thinking, but at least hear them. And you don't have to say something right away. Lots of times, if we just hear people out and don't say much, they find their own answer. Everybody has the answer to their struggle. But they're not in a position to hear it, listen to it. They're cut off. You give them a chance to at least voice it out and smile and speak a few kind words. It will pass. Yes, I know you are having a little hard time. I also know you are capable of rising above it. It's not worth losing your peace. Even these kind of words that you could just say from the heart, not from being righteous, that listen to me, I'm telling you, this is the way it should be. Some kind words are the best medicine. And if you are really aware that when you are saying this, it's the divine within you is expressing it. Our life becomes so beautiful. What a beautiful life we create for ourselves when we always keep focused on maintaining the peace in our heart, maintaining the peace in every communication interaction we have. We are spreading the peace. And this is, we all want. We all want to be happy. We all want to live in an environment that's harmonious. But it takes some work. It takes some sacrifice. And I'm willing to do that sacrifice in the name of peace. In the beginning, the first time, knowingly that you are putting yourself out there to be humiliated, There is a beautiful story of a saint who was a scorpion. Scorpion stings and makes your body burn. A scorpion was in the water. He would just go and pick it out, fish it out, and as soon as he put him out of the water, the scorpion will sting him. He did this 3 times. His disciples said, "Why are you doing this? You know he's going to sting it." He said, "I'm doing my dharma and the scorpion is doing his dharma. My dharma is to protect. Well, if I was him, 4th time, I'll just throw him out, not put it gently on the ground. Put him out of the water, but just fling him so he doesn't come to sting me." So you have to be a little human there too. Just don't put yourself out there to be burnt all the time. Give him a chance 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4th time. Help him, but make sure they don't come back to bite you. So how do we maintain our being human and also being divine? We make sacrifice in the name of our divinity, and we distance ourselves in the name of our humanity, being human. And this is a very fine line. We all have to walk in the world with our eyes open. We try to do our best. It reminds me of the story. This guru tells his disciple, everything in the universe is Brahman, is God. You are God, I am God. God resides in you, God resides in me. Everything is Brahman. The student with this newfound knowledge was intoxicated with happiness, and he went out for a walk. He found himself at the entrance of a state park. The watchman at the entrance of the state park said, "Don't go inside. There is a wild elephant." "Oh, I'm divine. The elephant is divine. How could the elephant hurt me?" He went in. Of course, elephant found him and thrashed him, and broken up, he was laying by the roadside. His guru came looking for him. Said, "What happened to you?" He said, "Babaji, you told me everything is God. If this elephant was God, then I'm God. Then how could this happen to me?" The guru said, "And the gatekeeper at the entrance of the state park was also divine, who told you not to go in." So we live in the world, we keep our eyes open. We have these higher principles in our heart and mind. We make sacrifice to maintain it. But when it gets a little too overbearing, we also remove ourselves. Anyway, this was one thing on my mind this morning, that because of little conflicts that arise in our life, we get separated from our inner peace. And looking at those conflicts as an excuse, opportunity to practice our divinity, to practice our devotion to the divine, we make little sacrifices. We put ourselves out a little bit. Give ourselves permission to do it without feeling victim. I'm not a victim. I'm doing this knowingly that I'm putting yourself out in the name of maintaining my peace. Then we can maintain our peace. We make sacrifice. We let go of our sense of entitlement a little bit and let that situation see how it feels. Everything is not measured by gain or loss materially. The real wealth is this: to hold this wealth, to truly own this wealth, little sacrifices we can make. I bow to that strength in you. I bow to that Shakti in you. And may we all give that Shakti a chance to arise as we navigate through this diversity. Thank you all. That was on my mind, and each one of us hopefully will make it an opportunity to practice. There is a little conflict in your life, some little charge against somebody, some little unhappiness somewhere. Ask yourself, what kind of sacrifice are you going to make? Let it be a moment of practice and see what happens. And how do you deal with it? And when you are thinking about it, look at that too. I would love to stop right here and give you a chance to assimilate and reflect and see what comes to your mind. I'm here to listen to you. Thank you all.